Hey everybody, it's Overkill here with a special video. This is the first in my new series of online battles sent in by you, the viewers, and of course there might be some from me as well. So this is a very special battle sent in by a viewer under the name of Stefanos206. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And it is a 2v3 siege of Carthage. So Stefanos and his ally are playing as Carthage, and they have three enemies rather of Rome. It's really awesome that one of the first replays I was sent in was an actual historical planned out one. That's quite nice, and I'm sure everybody will enjoy. So you can see that it's played on the small Carthage map. Of course, Stefanos is the player that we are focusing on. I haven't watched this. This is all live reactions now. And you can see the artillery is just battering down the walls. Stefano did mention, I assume he's okay with being called that. He did mention that they are not using any wall artillery, so that's very interesting. So it seems like they're going to be going for a heavy defense in the town itself and not so much on the walls, which is quite interesting. You can see how much the Romans outnumber. Stefano and his teammates' chance of winning is quite low. But yeah, so if we could get 50 likes for this this video, that would be awesome. And yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy. You can see just a mess of siege equipment here. Holy cow! They have these galleys, or a gallery rather. These tortoises, siege towers, rams everywhere. It's crazy. So he's trying to take down some towers. You can see over here. It's a bit of the same old, same old. They don't have any artillery on this side. Sadly, in Rome 2, you can't see the player names. So I can't really tell how much these players have spread out. There's definitely multiple players over here, because you can see there's two generals. So I think what it might be is one of the players is here, and then two are here. That's what it seems like to me. But yeah, so you can see their defenses in here. Pretty good. He's got some African pikemen guarding all the entrances. Very intelligently, he has his Balearic slingers up in this occupiable building. Very smart of Stefano. And yeah, they even have some elephants back here. His ally does at least. So very interesting. Once they get into the walls, that is going to be very interesting. So I am going to cut to when they actually move in through the walls, and I will see you guys then. Alright, so the tortoises are at the walls. The Romans are burning down the brass or bronze gates or whatever. It all makes sense. It all makes perfect sense. Now you can see how awesome these Roman legionaries look. Look at that. In the dark, with the light shining on them from God knows what. You can see the walls are collapsing from the tortoise. I really wish the cursor disappeared when you held the middle mouse button like an Attila. And there we go. We have a breach. So the Roman infantry on this side are sure to be pushing in. They have more tortoises on these other sides as well. You can see Stefano is ready. He has his late Libyan hoplites up here, ready to guard up these steps. And his ally has pushed some Libyan peltasts up here. You can see that gate is starting to burn. The other two Roman positions, not really doing anything. He's actually ran out of ammo with his heavy onager, so they haven't done anything on this side. So it seems like most of the action is going to be happening over here, probably to Stefano and his allies' delight, not having to deal with all this. Oh, you can see that the Romans have opted for the Scorpion Towers. Of course they would. Why wouldn't you? There's literally no reason to not use those towers. And they're going to be shooting at these guys, I would imagine. Yeah, they are. Oh, there's a weird graphical glitch there. Beautiful. So yeah, he's going to be running out of there. No real reason to even have them up there. Look at the smoke billowing from this gate. Good lord. Alright, this should be the last little volley. Oh, nope, one more. Yeah, you can see the tortoises have made some breaches. No. You can't go through there, but you can see the Romans are getting ready to go in. Whoa, a huge blaze is just lit up. Look at that. A blaze is lit up, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I meant to say. The gate is ablaze. There we go. So that's going to be destroyed very soon. And the Romans haven't shifted yet, so I'm not quite sure what they're planning. They have no way of getting through these gates without burning them down, and that's going to take a long time, and they're going to lose a lot of men due to the gate towers, because they didn't manage to destroy those either. So this is very interesting. This battle does go on for another 24 minutes, so plenty of stuff can happen there, and I hope you guys will enjoy. So the gates have been broken, so that's 3 breaches here along this wall. And you see Stefano is setting up his late Libyan hoplites to go to this breach. So now we're just waiting for some Romans to make the move, and it seems like they're going to be making the move here. These units of Triarii are maybe leading the breach, leading the charge into the breach, who knows? Oh, no, it appears he is just lining them up in front. Alright. But the Roman infantry is on the march. Very good. Alright. But yeah, so I wasn't left with any information stating if Stefano actually had a YouTube channel that we wanted to, if he wanted us to mention, but he did just mention to call him by his Steam name, which was Stefano, Stefanos 206. So the Romans are charging through. Oh, but oil's gonna be poured on them as they go through. Look at that, just dropping many men. Oh wow. A poor choice, a very poor choice, honestly, as he could have just went through the breaches like the rest of the men. But doesn't that look cool, watching them just pour in like that? This is going to be a very interesting battle. It's going to be interesting to see the Carthaginians deal with this many Romans. But you can see they are on their way. They're going for an all-out charge now. This is really good. So here they come. Let's see how it looks from the Carthaginian point of view. These pikemen just seeing this horde of Romans coming in. Oh man, I think one of them just got hit by their own archers. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so now they gotta get through these wooden stakes. You can see the archers are doing a bit of damage. I'm not quite sure what kind of unit this is. Cretan archers, and look at that, javelins and arrows raining down, just destroying these Romans. Now they're gonna be running into the pikes, and look at that! Oh man. Charging into pikes and Attila, never a good idea. So we also have some Romans that seem interested over here. Sorry, my middle mouse button isn't really working that well. Ah, look, we have some Syrian archers. Interesting. He pushed his Syrian archers in. They're taking fire from the Cretans. Look at that! Absolute devastation on that unit. How many of them are dead? Wow, this unit is actually shattered. That's a very expensive unit of Syrian archers gone, just like that. So you can see that these pikes are definitely going to be holding out for a very long time. They've already acquired 31 kills. 30. It's just going up and up. Some of the Romans seem to be interested over here, but they're not really doing anything. Someone's charging a legatus. Someone's charging their general in. That's quite an interesting decision, if I do say so myself. Even more interesting is to charge them into these pikes, who are up to 51 kills. You can see some Romans over here have charged in as well. This one unit of Principes against these African pikemen, that is not going to go well. And as you can see, the Principes are just getting absolutely destroyed. The Romans over here are getting absolutely no help from their ally over here, and he seems to be a bit AFK at the moment. But you can see things aren't all going good for Stefano. So you can see this unit of late Libyan hoplites is under a lot of pressure. They are wavering from these Romans that are pushing in through the gap. And you can see, as time goes on, more and more are just going to be pouring in and surrounding them. So this is not a good situation for the Stefanos, but it is very cost effective. This one unit getting, hardly any kills, but still they're holding up this breach, which is good. And he has a bunch more units here, as you can see, and that is going to be a tough nut to crack for these Roman troops. You can see someone's charging their Balearic slingers. That's a bit interesting. But yeah, you can see some Triarii. And actually just normal Roman infantry have charged in over here. And they are getting quite messed up in short order. You can see Sacred Band, actually. I just realized these are Sacred Band defending here against Praetorian Guard, Evocati Cohort, and Triarii. Very elite infantry fighting each other here. That is very interesting. You can see Stephanos has pushed in more African pikemen to help out against these Roman hordes. This unit getting 134 kills. This unit at 4 already, just by walking there, basically. And you can see now there's a bit of a standoff. These Principes are able to push up, but you can see that Stephanos' ally has some units up here providing a bit of overwatch and support. This unit now just shattering. Very good on their part. 7 kills. That's nothing for that cost of that unit, but they held off these guys for a very long time. And now you can see the Romans are going to be coming up these stairs to these hoplites, which is probably exactly what Stephanos wants. The Romans are going to have a lot of trouble breaking through these lines. Excellent. This is turning out to be a very epic battle already, and it's only just begun. We still have a lot of time to go. So you can see these Italian swordsmen getting 25 kills. The unit's not doing too good, but they're fighting against Triarii, a very elite spear unit. And then, of course, Evocati and Praetorian Guard. They're not going to be doing too hot against them. Sacred Band not doing too well either, honestly. 75 men left, 36 kills. Not a good thing for such an elite unit. But, we will just have to see how they hold out. So you can see the Pikes, 22 kills here. Almost 200 on that one. 3 on the Sacred Band. Doing very well. Those Pikes are definitely paying for themselves. Over here, these Principes have 33 kills. And the Hoplites are dying, but they're holding them long enough so that the other Carthaginian units can, of course, survive. Now, this Roman player has finally decided to move some of his units up to the gate. Oh, actually, he's already done it. Oh, he had a battering ram. Alright, that might have been one of the other players that brought that up. So they've breached the gates here. Very interesting. So these units running in are going to take a lot of oil damage, which is going to be interesting. And yeah, you can see Stephanos' ally is rushing more Sacred Band into this fight. Kind of feeding him kills. Evocati's getting 52. Oh, the Praetorian Guard, though, at 33 kills. They're starting to waver. Both of these units starting to waver now. If they could shatter those, that would be a huge blow to the Roman army. Oh, the Evocatis are gone. How about the Praetorians? The Praetorians going to shatter? Oh, if he charged in his Sacred Band, he would have shattered them. So now the Romans are going to be bringing in more Triarii, more Principes. And this fight is going to be turning in the Romans' favor, I would believe. You can see up here the Romans have been utterly vanquished. Look at that. Evocati cohort, 19 kills, wavering, about to be shattered. This unit of Praetorians, same situation, 14 kills, on the verge of going down. Someone has lost their general. The Roman general is dead. The one that charged up here lost his life. A very foolish move by one of the Roman players. You can see the Romans have also started charging in through here. Look at all the men that died from the oil. And look, the situation is not looking good. Of course, Vigiles are not a very good unit, but that is 2 more units that the Romans don't have. Now, the Principes up here at 55 kills, losing 21 men. The Hoplites doing decently at holding their ground, not doing very well at killing. We can see this Principe unit is about to waver and break. And this unit of Evocati is about to break as well. So it's not looking very good for the Romans. If this guy would just charge in his Sacred Band, he could easily destroy these 3 units. But he's just not doing it. Now these auxiliary Balearic slingers are going to be firing into the back of these mercenary Italian swordsmen. And I think the situation looks pretty grim for those Italians. Yep, and you can see they break and shatter. And now they're going to be cut off by these guys here. So they're going to be utterly destroyed. So Stephanos' ally could have charged his Sacred Band in and got a better situation for himself, but he decided not to. Now you can see this other Roman player has charged in all of his Hastati, and they're doing a nice bit better than the other units. This unit is going to is wavering, but these other ones here, you can see they're getting kills. They're fighting these Iberian swordsmen. They're in a general good situation, but this player just hasn't done anything yet. These units of Praetorians would have been really useful. You can see they actually have kills. Interesting. Maybe retreating units ran into them or something. I'm not quite sure. But wow, what an epic battle so far. Oh, these Pikes. 26 kills on those Sacred Band. 123 on these African pikemen. 300 kills on these African pikemen. That is amazing. So we have some more Triarii coming in. You would think the Romans would just learn not to run infantry into these pikes, but no, they have not learned yet. You can see Stephanos' ally has marched the Sacred Band closer. They're still not engaged, though. That's definitely not a good thing. You can see this unit of Principes is starting to waver. That's quite interesting. They're not... Oh, these late Libyan hoplites actually getting a couple of kills now, so that's pretty good. But the Roman players are now pumping on the pressure onto those units. It's not going to be good for them. You can see this part of the Roman army has been destroyed. These units are broken, so no doubt they'll be shattered as well. And then there's this one unit of Hastati out here just getting shot by towers. So you can see the balance of power has shifted into the Carthaginians' favor quite a bit from the beginning. They had a very low chance of winning in the beginning, but now it's almost equaled out. Over here you can see Romans are pushing themselves through the Libyan hoplites and Libyan infantry. They aren't bothered by their formation at all. They are actually getting around them. So I could see these units breaking any time now. Yeah, look how fast they're dropping. They are going to be shattering very, very, very soon. You can see this unit dropping a few men every second. Darn, the Romans just had too much infantry. So this unit is going to be, these 2 units are going to be utterly vanquished. Which of course isn't good. But the Romans are just throwing their men away. Between these units, They have like 600 kills just on those 3 units. That is a huge blow to the Roman army. Again, Sacred Band, charge in those Triarii, you could probably get rid of them, but apparently that is not the case. So this unit is down at 25 men, and they haven't broken yet. Look at these heroes getting 40-something kills. Look at that. But the situation is looking quite bad for Stephanos and his men, or his ally, rather. As you can see, the Roman infantry are going to be pouring into these noble fighters. The noble fighters, of course, being an excellent Iberian unit. So they're not going to go down without a fight. And they're definitely going to get quite a few kills, especially on this Hastati, this lightly armored Roman infantry. You can see they already hit, their kills are climbing like crazy. And this Carthaginian unit is still holding 13 men, and they still haven't broken. There we go. They finally shattered. That is crazy. So you can see this guy still hasn't engaged his Sacred Band. I'm just going to keep saying that. This unit down at 17 men, killed 88. Against these elite troops, that's probably a pretty good score. But if he was fighting, say, like cheap units, that probably wouldn't be too good. You can see more Romans pouring through the gates. Some more units that were over here must have charged in. So the situation is looking quite grim for our Carthaginian friends here. Not good. Not good at all. We have a Roman sandwich going on here with Carthaginian as the filler. So these noble fighters are getting loads and loads and loads of kills, which is really good for them. The mercenary Iberian swordsmen did really well with 119 kills. Very good for them. But yes, you can see the Romans have also started pushing through here. But look at this! Look at all the men that are just burning. You can see they are starting to push through. There's more pikemen over here, though. Definitely not something that they're going to run right through. And you can see the Romans are just pouring more and more and more Triarii into these pikes. But you can see the Velites are actually going to take down our elite unit. Wow. That would be a huge loss to the Carthaginians. That would be very bad. You can see these units still holding strong. 38 men, 22 men. They don't give a shit. They're holding. Lots of kills on these mercenary noble fighters. Very good for them. And you can see this unit of African pikemen, the elite unit, is just getting torn to shreds by the Velites. If the Carthaginians were to lose this, if Stephanos was to lose this, it would be a huge blow. This unit with 327 kills. What a shame. But you can see the Carthaginians, Stephanos, charging his more mercenary noble fighters and Scutarii into the flank of these Roman troops. They are surely going to break. They cannot handle pressure like that. Very good play by Stephanos. His pikes holding the Roman infantry down, and his mercenary units are going to come in and just absolutely destroy them. You can see that is exactly what's happening. The Carthaginians over here have ended up dying. This unit's still holding, actually. Stephanos has lost his noble fighters, but this unit is still holding strong. They're still getting kills. And then, of course, there's still these Balearic slingers up here that have gotten 129 kills. Look at that. It seems most of the Romans are just starting to ignore this unit now. They're kind of just running past. But you can see there's still another unit of Sacred Band and mercenary Sam Knights here. Stephanos being very into bringing mercenaries. But, of course, as Carthage, that is definitely what you want to do. So, Stephanos did lose his elite pike unit. That's a shame. Oh, actually, no, they're right here. They are steady. And this other unit that's gotten 200 kills is wavering, and they might lose it. You can see his ally has finally pushed that Sacred Band unit in, and as I said, they are destroying these Triarii. That is what I expected. And yeah, it's just a general stalemate all across the battlefield. You can see this Roman player has finally gotten sick of just sitting outside, and he's going to send in his Praetorian Guard. This is a new wave that the Carthaginians definitely don't want to have to deal with. But of course, they will have to. You can see Stephanos' ally is finally moving those elephants. I was just about to question where they were, but there they are. And yeah, you can see the Velites here. This Roman player has been utterly destroyed, essentially. He is not doing good. This African pikeman, almost 200 kills. But they're getting chopped down quite quickly by these Principes. And there we go. That unit shatters. That is not good for Stephanos. This unit is now free to flank attack the Sacred Band. None of them have died yet, but with a flank attack, it's definitely not going to be good for them. The Romans are taking this gate so that their Praetorian Guard do not lose any men. That is a very smart idea. Oil doesn't matter how heavy you are. It's still going to kill you regardless. So you definitely want to capture that gate if you're going to be sending in valuable, expensive infantry. But you can see we have so many Romans here. Just a push from all of these units could easily break through these noble fighters and take out a lot of these units here. But it doesn't seem like the Romans are really coordinating and doing that. For example, these Praetorian cavalry charging into Sacred Band, for example, and just, you know, not really doing anything. Very interesting. As you can see, they're going to do it again. So let's follow this charge real quick. The fact that the Sacred Band aren't facing the right way might play into a factor. If this was Attila, this unit would be pretty flattened. And you can see that it did do a little bit of damage. Some of them did die. You can see over here for the Carthaginians, these noble fighters and Iberian swordsmen, they're doing quite well for themselves. They're not dying too rapidly, and they are getting a few kills. But you can see here, yeah, these Triarii are being completely surrounded. They did get some kills, but the Carthaginian forces are just too much for them. This Roman player leaving his Praetorian cav in combat with the Sacred Band. He did charge him in some Hastati, but I don't think Hastati can compare to Sacred Band too well. The cavalry do make it out, though. And you can see now that the Romans are completely surrounding these Iberian swords and mercenary noble fighters. So although they're getting kills, eventually the Romans will wear them down to the point where they are useless. And you can see the fight over here is continuing. Sacred Band, 70 kills, 208 on those pikes. Wow, 50 on these Sacred Band. Roman infantry is getting scarce. These Principes fighting off 2 units of Sacred Band, that is just not going to go well, especially when this unit's lost 1 man, and this unit's only lost 4. Wow. These 2 units definitely going to be able to take on these Principes. This player still hasn't sent in his Praetorian Guard. What are you doing? What are you doing? He is costing his team this battle. Getting these Praetorian Guards up against these Sacred Band and Samnite warriors would have been absolutely pivotal, but he is just not having that today, apparently. So we have one of the Roman generals out here, a Legatus, just chilling. And then we also have some random Velitae units. They must have ran out of ammo or retreated or something. Pardon me. Wow, you can see these Iberian swordsmen holding on to the last man. They're down at 20 men. They're almost breaking this Vigiles unit. Very, very, very impressive by them. But you can see they shatter. And now the noble fighters are dying very rapidly. They're completely surrounded. So it's not very good for them. I would imagine some of the Roman players were getting quite upset with this guy leaving his Praetorians out here. That is a big shame. They could have been used so well. But, alas. Oh, this guy's sending his Legatus in. What is he doing? Is he going to be charging that Sacred Band? I swear to God, I hope not. Oh, but he is. He's walking right into them. Legatus are not a very good cavalry unit. Alright, he's running away. I don't know what that was about. He lost one of them. It would have been funny if it was his general. Wow. Okay, so those noble fighters are now dead, so these guys can now push on to the Sacred Band. Definitely not going to be an easy thing to crack through. It is just killing me seeing these Praetorian Guard here. We only have 6 minutes left of this battle, and these Praetorian Guard are still here. That is a big shame. Oh, the gate's pouring oil on retreating units. That's quite satisfying. You can see Stefano's ally with his war elephants. He hasn't even had to use them. That's how good they've been doing. They don't even have to use them. The Romans suffering from the same as these Praetorian Guards, apparently. They're not pushing. They're just sitting there. Very interesting. Praetorian cavalry in combat with 2 infantry units uphill. That's interesting. Oh, but Stephanos' ally is noble cavalry out here. What are they doing? They are fighting a Legatus, so I would imagine the Legatus will lose this, even to a very diminished unit of noble cavalry. But Stephanos' ally losing his general might be pretty interesting for this. That would be interesting to see, actually, if he dies. Wow, his unit is actually wavering. He might break. And retreating might even hurt his morale more, so that unit might break. That would be very interesting to see. Stephanos' ally breaking would be a very interesting ending to this battle. You can see he's charging into these Roman ballistas. Not really worth your general, honestly. This unit isn't doing anything anymore, so it's quite interesting that he would do that. You can see, of course, the Roman cavalry is just getting wrecked by fighting here. These damn Praetorian Guard are still outside. God damn it. Sacred Band getting quite a few kills, not losing hardly any men. Or losing hardly any men, rather. And you can see the war elephants are on their way. Can Stephanos Stephanos' ally lose his general. This guy, if he charges Legatus into that, he would have definitely taken him out. But it seems the Romans are just not paying enough attention. Like, what are these units doing? What are all of these units doing? Seriously. They are facing off against these Sacred Band. But, seriously, you don't need all of these units there. Like, these Socii Extraordinary, whatever, they could have been used to great effect against some of the infantry up here, but nope. These Sacred Band are just going to be holding back. You can see Stephanos has moved his noble cavalry up just to probably boost the effect of these guys. Yep, you can see he's rallied and inspired them. Or raised banner or whatever it's called. And yeah, you can see this Roman player is just completely ignoring his that ally's general. Killing him would have been so pivotal in getting rid of these Sacred Band. I'm quite interested to see how fast this battle is going to end. There's only 3.5 minutes left, and the Romans still have a lot of good infantry. So very interesting. You can see the Legatus is going to be used as a rear charging unit here. Definitely not the smartest choice. Oh, actually no. Look at that. The Legatus actually getting a good charge. Not killing. Hardly killing any of the Sacred Band, but knocking them down so that the Roman infantry can kill a few of them. Very, very smart idea. But of course, if he stays there, which he is, he'll probably lose that general. Oh, the Praetorians finally getting into the fight with 2 minutes left. Very interesting. The Roman generals must die, and then everybody just breaks or something like that. That's the only thing I can see that would end this battle in 2 minutes. Very interesting. You can see the fighting over here. The elephants are engaged. We missed the elephant charge, but look at that. The elephants are enough to break all of these Roman infantry. Look at that. The Romans are definitely not fond of fighting elephants. God damn. Alright, but the Praetorian Guard are in. Too little too late. That guy lost his general, of course. Good job. And these units, it was just such a lack of coordination from the Romans that cost them this battle. I can already say that now. The Praetorian Guard sitting out there for the last 10 minutes. The Romans not working together to tag team some of these units. It's just way too much. These guys walking instead of just running. Like, you're in a pretty dire situation here. You would think you would go with some haste to work against these units, but nope. He could not be bothered. So yeah, it's all come down to him now, basically. I could see this general dying. And I would imagine that's why the battle ends so damn quickly. These African wool elephants, are they going to charge the Praetorian Guard? That would be really cool. You can see some Cretan archers running into the Praetorian Guard here. That's interesting. They might have just been like a throwaway unit now. Maybe they're out of ammo or something like that. How many kills did that unit get anyway? 133 on the Cretan archers. That is really good for them. And yeah, you can see the Sacred Band are just kicking ass. 105 kills, 129. Reinforcements are on their way. They don't need to worry about a thing. The Romans are who need to worry. Some Sacred Band with 92 kills coming up here against two units of Praetorian Guard. In any normal situation, the two Praetorian Guards could probably take on the Sacred Band. But in this situation, it's just way too far gone. We have less than a minute left to this battle. And you can see lots of Roman units still left on the field. But it's probably not enough. We have a random unit of Vigiles out here. That might have broken and came back. And yeah, and look at this. Piecemeal. Sending in one unit of Praetorian Guard, leaving this one back. Not only did he waste a lot of money upgrading these to triple gold chevron, but he's just not playing them at all. Very interesting choice by the Roman player. Not quite sure what he's doing. They might just concede defeat, because I can't see these units breaking. It's very interesting. You can see he's actually lost a couple of his elephants. Wow! A couple of his elephants going down to these Praetorian Guard. These Sacred Band are dying pretty well. But the elephants are going to charge in, and look at that. Yeah, you can't stop that. You can't stop a force like that. We're down to 5 seconds, and I think that the battle, they just concede defeat. That must be what happens. Costly victory. Yeah. Yep. They must have just quit. Either way, that was a very cool battle. Thank you to Stephanos206 for sending in that replay. I have gotten a bunch of other replays that I'm going to be taking a look at later and showing for you guys on the channel, of course, too. But I seen this one in my email, and it just standed out. The way that he said it's a 3v2 siege, I was like, damn, I really want to start this series with that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. As always, like I said earlier, can we break 50 likes for this new series of multiplayer battles? That would be really appreciated. appreciated. But yeah, make sure you subscribe, because these are going to be coming out more often than you would think. If I can get enough, I would like to bring at least one out a day. That would be pretty cool. But if not, it'll be every 2 days or so. But yeah, thank you to Haxo and Nicholas for being excellent patrons and pledging $5 or more per month on Patreon. You guys are the best, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.